doesn't know me. From my glasses off, forever alone. You smile me while I'm falling down. She's the cutest girl from this east side. My life in this game all day, all night. Living with my fears, no place to hide. Is this real? So tell me why I'm living in this way. So tell me why you're still raising my prayer. And I'm so scared to feel whenever, cause you're the one I want forever. So tell me why I'm living in this way. So tell me why you're still raising my prayer. And I'm so scared to feel whenever, cause you're the one that I want. We can meet at 9 p.m. She's all I want, she's all I need. And today I'm feeling so lonely. I roll out backwards, it's all I got. Switch my brain off and I can't stop. I'm the loser boy, always online. I just wanna be a girl from this side. Living my side here without a smile. Is this real? So tell me why I'm living in this way. So tell me why you're still raising my brain. And I'm so scared to fail whenever, cause you're the one I want forever. So tell me why I'm living in this way. So tell me why you're still raising my brain. And I'm so scared to fail whenever, cause you're the one that I want. We can meet at 9 p.m. You and me, end to end. Take me to hell at 9 p.m. You and me, end to end. Take me to hell. So tell me why I'm living in this way. So tell me why you're still within my brain. And I'm so scared to fail whenever, cause you're the one that I want. We can meet at 9 p.m. my heartbeat if you were close to me. I wanna show you, wanna let you loose inside my
How's everyone doing today? Hope you all have a fantastic, wonderful day. We're gonna be jumping right back here into some more Sky Factory 5. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Pull this guy back up. Alright, cool. So, I want to do some frame droppage here. Usually happens at the beginning of the pack. I gotta let everything catch up here for a second. Also, I mean, you can't see it because of the backpack, but I do have the Minecraft home cape on now. That took a little bit to figure out. But anyway, so I was trying to set up a recipe here to where I could request dyes be made using this machine. And so far, it doesn't seem to be working for some reason or other. If I look at dye, I want to craft so I don't have any light, or I don't have any gray, so that's fine. But if I want to do, let's say, black dye, right? It says missing ingredients, partial plan. So I don't love that. Don't love that. Even if I have a sand in the system as well, which I do, that recipe just doesn't work. If I were to request 9, right, should be available 1 to craft 9, available 1. It says missing ingredients. Not sure what to do about that. Really hoping that was going to work. Because essentially it should just be placing these things inside of this chest, is the idea. Unless I look at the recipe itself, right? If we look at the recipe itself, here, we got 1 and 1 makes 9. The only thing, unless it needs to be in a different slot, perhaps. So if it needed to be in that slot, maybe. No, that doesn't encode at all. Should be a...
Well, if you're wondering what's happened, so am I. The computer that we have running our news from time to time took off.
Could be a processing pattern.
So what we're going to do is start over from the top.
Yeah, it should be this. It should be this one. But we already know that one doesn't work. And then if I look at, say, black dye, and I click in, I'm not seeing the in-world crafting anymore either. Unless it's a use recipe. Is it a use? It's a use recipe. So maybe that's why. It's a youth recipe.
Well, if you're wondering
It's
what's
not a
happened-
craft recipe. That's the problem.
So am I.
That's interesting. Get some powder from it. Okay, so that's why that's not working. Interesting. Interesting. That whole idea there is just not going to work. Then instead, what we do, we put these guys back in. These are our essence patterns. We put these back in. So obviously this isn't going to work. We can disconnect this. And then clear these out. Clear those out. Let me also should be able to let's change this up a little bit here. Switch over to Stream Beats. Alright, cool. So this is fine. What I want to do instead is get one or more of each die. So we get 4 of each. Should be 16. Should be 16. So let me. I want to be in there. I want to be in this one. Thank you. Hold those for me. Give me a good sort here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We have 16 spots. Put the bucket away. And then we will grab some barrels. Specifically 16. And I want to set this up. Probably just back here. Back here seems like a good enough spot. To make this even. So I just want to exit out some stuff here. See if that will allow for some better running. Alright, that might help. Might help a little bit. Okay. So I want an axe for sure. Alright, had the axe on me. Fine. Move that. And then one more. Oh, because it went in my backpack, didn't it? Yeah, of course it did. Of course it did. Turn that magnet off. There we go. And we will start putting the dies in here. Then we're going to need light gray, lime, green, cyan, pink, magenta, white, orange, light blue, yellow, purple, brown, and that should be all of them, I think. We'll put that in there, and then this, and then this, and then that. And supposedly we're missing one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right, we're missing one. One out of all of those. So we have yellow. We have blue, light blue, and cyan. We have green and lime. We have light gray and gray, black, magenta, pink, and purple, and brown. So then what color? Red? Red. Nice. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put that in there. And then we're going to set up the compression, I think. Packs items to their compressed variants. Automatically compresses, decompresses. I'm not sure if it's the compression or the compacting. Not for certain if it's compression or compacting, but we'll start with the compression. Start with the compression and see where that gets us. If I get one of those, I throw it in there. And then grab a whole bunch more. That doesn't seem to be doing anything, so maybe it is the compacting. We'll need the advanced compacting. None of these are the compacting, so we're gonna have to set up a recipe for this. It'll be this one. this one. This one. So give me, please. Put these in here. Make me one of those, please. We'll try this guy. That's for backpacks specifically. Okay. That's for backpack specifically. Backpack. I made the wrong one, is what happened. I set the wrong pattern up. So this one's for storage. That one's fine. This one's for storage. So that's fine. But this tier is only for backpacks. So this one will be white. Close that out. Put those back in. But then it's not a waste because if I take this, surround it with planks, right? Oh, it's not that layout. That layout. So then we can still see this works. Neither one of those seem to be doing what I want. Maybe I have to set it for the block, not the die. If I do that, and then if I grab no. Hmm. That's the only compacting there is. There's no specific maybe it needs to be in a 2x2 barrel. If I do this, that, and that, puts that to that. And then do this. And then enter here. And get me the upgrades. We'll try this one first. Okay, that gives it an X. So it doesn't like okay, so this one's not the answer. That works. Okay. Okay. So it needs to be in 2x2. Okay, so it needs to be limited barrel 2. Okay. And then let me set that up as a craft. Set this up. And then we're gonna need the recipe for these. Well, check. And then I craft 15 of those. We do not need that or that. Go ahead and grab all of these out. There we are. And then use our axe to hopefully only get rid of the white ones. Seems to have worked. Alrighty. There we go. Nice. But now we lock these drawers. Go ahead and give those a lock. And then we need 15 more of those. $15 more of those. My phone messed up again. Why did you mess up? Don't know why it wants to lose its zoom. Okay, those are done. Okay. Each one of those has one of those in it. So now give it some cobble, make this a little easier. There we are. That one's fine. This one needs set up. There we are. That was that one. This one. Let's go ahead and get all opened up to begin with. Okay. Alright, make sure all those are set to allow. Alrighty. And I'm curious if I put a controller down. If I put a controller down, a little bit of that. And then I say put it on the back here. Or technically I can go underneath with it too. Yeah, we can go underneath with it. Okay. Let's go one more down. Make this a little bit easier. Linking to the... Yeah, that's fine. Let me do... getting CPU spikes. I'm just trying to see what could be causing it. I just exit out of everything here. That might help a little bit. Okay, so those are all linked to that storage controller. So then, if I just run some cable, and it's gonna be dense smart cable. Shit, it's just kind of crap, that isn't it? That's not gonna work. Oh, no, it should work. Yeah, it's working. Okay, it's fine. Just gotta wait on all these microcrafts to get done. It's the chargers that's the problem, it looks like. For whatever reason, dang charger here. So random. That was weird. It was like they're fighting over power or something. To be fair, they might be fighting over power. Couldn't be. Oh, did it get done? I don't remember how many I requested, but that's fine. We need to go down below about here. How's that working? I would have thought that that should have linked up to this cable. Fluix ME dense smart cable. Fluix ME dense smart cable. Would have thought that would have linked. Oh well. That's okay. We want a normal cable. And we want an exporter. And we're going to want an acceleration card and a crafting card in there. For those, give me a crafting card. Get these acceleration cards first. Oh, we actually already had some, that's fine. Then we kind of want to set the Is that doing anything? No, we gotta tell it what it's gonna be crap. green, cyan, light blue, blue, purple, magenta, pink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Is that working now? It is working, but we need the blocks. We need the blocks in order to set all those filters. All right. Gray. Let's get white, black, gray. Do blue, pink, purple. Blue, pink, purple, blue, pink, purple, yellow, light blue, magenta, I think. Yeah. Yellow, light blue, magenta. Yellow, light blue, magenta. Light blue, magenta, orange, cyan, red, orange, cyan, red, orange, cyan, red, green, lime, brown. Green, lime, brown. And then we just got to figure out This is set to... I think this is the only thing different. And that should start, right? What's the problem? This is set to allow GUI that doesn't work. Gotta be that. Off on? Why is this one working but that's not? Trying to see if there's any other that might be a conflict. It may just be that there's a conflict. But I have it set to only do white dye. The gray's working fine. The light gray's working fine. I should also get some barrel upgrades here. Give me 16 of those, as well as 32 of these, I guess. Well, we'll start with 16. We'll start with 16. Because I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, I guess it could have taken a couple more. Could have taken a couple more. Oh, now it's working. Now that's working. That was super weird. But now this one's not. So So this one quit working. Now that one's working. I don't get it. Then we're also going to have to put an external or a bus of the storage variety. Over here. And then with some cable. With a priority plus 1,000. Then if I look at die, I can now see all of the blocks of die. Not exactly sure if that's necessarily helpful to me or not. Because I'm only seeing the single blocks. I'm not seeing the actual dies themselves. Just waiting on a few more autocrafts here to get the actual upgrades, stack upgrades. And then we will see what that's going to allow us to do here. Currently compressing all of the black dye down. Then if I look at essence, but yeah, see, it still hasn't used, because the crafting card's only allowing one craft at a time. It's gonna take time to compress everything down. Just not 100% sure if compressing it down is what I want to be doing, but I think it is. Put one in at a time, eh? What if I shift click? Nope. Shift clicking does not work. Okay. Alrighty. So now, what is it currently crafting up? Whole lot of nothing. Not seeing any movement at all. Why is nothing moving? We have plenty of storage space now for any crafts. Does that encourage it to start doing something? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Okay, we have proven that it can do all that stuff. And it handles it just fine. It handles the compacting it all down just fine. If we look at our rods, we did get the rods completely taken care of. We just need to do a line of these and get our copy and paste gadget going. Oops. Alrighty, and then I don't know why it's wanting to select that whole thing. There it is. There we go. And then G. Paste. And then G. Anchor. And then G. -1 in the Y. There it is. Undo the anchor. Do that. There. There. This is working nicely. Ran out. No big deal. Shy of 2, eh? Get rid of this, and this. Grab those two. And then it was yep, that one there. That one there. That there. 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 And that should have been the perfect amount. So our top, our whole frame, completely done. The whole frame is completely done. If I can't okay, never mind. Alright, cool. So that is all good to go there as far as the control rods go. Has this made any more progress? Or did it just give up? It's looked like it's just decided to give up for whatever freaking reason. If I set that up, get some different numbers moving around. Not sure what the answer here is as far as that setting goes. Nah. We'll just do it first and then keep going. $65,000 blocks each, and I don't even think that's going to be enough. Don't think that's going to be enough. I did the math on this. No, I'm going to need a gold, at least inside the light gray. The gold is at least, the light gray is going to at least need a gold upgrade. Upgrade. Yeah, that brings it up to plenty. That brings it up to plenty. Alright, cool. So, it is time for our first break of the evening. I will let that continue to craft things. I might switch this back over to random mode, because otherwise it's going to take freaking forever to get a little bit of anything. We'll set it to round robin. So it's doing a little bit of everything. Or it should be. Yeah, it looks like it is. We'll set it for round robin. We'll let it keep going, building up everything. And we'll take our break. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Alrighty, guys, let's jump back into this. There we are. Looking good. So, this is all currently happening on our main system. Also, I did realize I need to add one more. Need to add one more into this. So we are going to need the barrel. We're going to need the double barrel. We are going to need a compacting upgrade for said barrel. Is it really using? It is. Yeah. This is why I wanted the subsystem. If I switch this over to one at a time. That should free up some CPUs so I can do this other crap. So there's that. Then we're going to need this. And then we are going to need this also. Because we also need to do the RGB. I didn't think about the RGB. But I'm going to get this all set up on a subsystem. And then we will export from that subsystem whatever we need. We're just going to make a complete subsystem. This is going to have this. Going to be upgraded to that. Going to have that. This is going to be RGB. Set to allow. GUI. We are going to grab some RGB. And set that. As well as link that. As well as lock it to only allow the RGB. Throw that wart back in there. And then we will need to set an RGB filter for the blocks. In there. Cool. So now, I want this to be on a subsystem. So rather than having it connected to our main system, I want to completely set up this drawer wall here onto the subsystem. Now the only problem with that is we're also growing let's kill this one. Let's kill that one. Ooh. Struggling. Alright. That should help a little bit. But I want these essences set up on a subsystem. That way all the crafting is being done off of our normal network. Because currently, if I turn that to round robin, it's going to use up all of our crafting CPUs. It's either that or I just make a bunch more crafting CPUs. So they're not all getting used by this system. If I make 17 1Ks and add it to our system, in theory, that should help. Not the monitor. We're gonna need 17 of those also. We'll let this one get done first. If I take the crafting card out for now, if I take the crafting card out for now, there we go. Take that out for now. Get more crafting processors going. I would think because these are small crafts, they should go for the 1Ks first. Not 100% sure if that's how it's going to work. But it sure would be nice if it did. This is all just to avoid making a subnet. There's that. And then 1K. There's that. And in theory, we branch off of here. Then I'm gonna need more dense cable. Do 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 do. Boom, boom. Alright, let's see here. We could also make 17 co-processing units also. Start pulling some of this out for now. Start getting these added on. Alrighty. Oops. There we are. Pretty much maximizing the use of all those channels now. And now, put those away. Get, 17 of those guys. And then hopefully this will help out. I also hope the crafting card keeps its really hope the crafting card keeps its you know, the filter. Oh, 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 oh. Alright, at least all the fluids got made. I don't think these, yeah, I don't think they use channels. Doesn't say they do, so I'm assuming they don't. Yeah, it doesn't look like they do, which is nice. It's all done. Nice. Alright, cool. So now I go ahead and throw this guy back in. Oh, okay, the export bus is what has the filter, not the, So hopefully that guy is smart enough now. It's still wanted to use the bigger ones. But we have enough CPUs now that all these pretty much should be able to be doing most of this. And then you are, yes? Yes. Oh, but I am not exporting the RGB. That's the problem. That was the problem. Should start seeing more of those coming in now. Yes. Okay, cool. That's working also. I'm not sure if round robin's the best way of doing it or if it's random. Really don't know. I mean, it all seems to be working, so I guess regardless of... Round robin is just a little more consistent, but... And then I can't set the amount on this, right? No. Nope, that just deleted it altogether. I just deleted it all together, which is not what we want. But my final numbers here are going to be 9,000 green, 25,000 black, 18 gray, which we should, yeah, we already have that, 79,000 light gray, and then 131,000 sand. With the sand, the sand needs a whole bunch more orange. I'm still think we're gonna need to turn this into a subsystem. Completely separate this from the main network, and then we'll export from this with crafting cards, I guess. Necessary? Or we use the storage bus here with the main system. That way we can see all the die blocks. And then we're gonna tell this, or our system, that if it needs dies, to craft it down from those die blocks. I guess. I think that's going to be the only way to solve the essence versus die block conflict with the AE system. But if we make this a subsystem, we're also going to have to set up a sub crafting block system. It's not that big of a deal. That's not that big of a deal. And I mean, we have this subsystem that we can use. We can utilize our small subsystem here and just connect it to this and that drawer wall over there. We can remove the wheat and the hemp. We can remove the wheat and the hemp from this system. And also, let me go ahead and just turn off this for now. Let's turn that guy off for now. Slow that shit way down. We can grab the hemp and the wheat. And the rest of this should just be dyes. It does look like that's all it is. It's just a bunch of dyes. So then Ooh, we also need to turn off our wither skeleton spawning, apparently. Oh, I think I know what's happening. I think... Is this full? Is this full? I think this is full, right? That's the problem. That's what was lagging us. The old mob farm. Let me go get a void upgrade in that barrel. There you go. Give me this void upgrade. This is our problem, though. I can't even control myself with all the junk here on the ground. What the hell? This is hurting. This is rough. Put that void upgrade in there. Void settings. Void the swords. Void the... Oh, I can't even do anything right now. Let me see if this helps. See if this helps here. Turn my... That helped a little bit. That definitely helped a little bit. Let's turn this back off. Throw all this stuff into the void. My goodness. When a mob farm works too well. Avoid the swords. Avoid the coal. Avoid the bones. At this point, avoid the skulls. We should be able to get a backpack void upgrade also. Bones. Alrighty. Then when we walk back over there, there shouldn't be as nearly as much lag, and our backpack should pick everything up and void it. Alright, that should have helped a lot. This guy. This guy. That guy. That guy. That guy. That guy. Avoid this, this, that, that. Apparently we don't have left leg in there. Yeah, that's fine. We have left leg in there. That's fine too. Wither bones. Ah, didn't realize you could hold it down. That's cool. That makes it a little faster. This will make it a little faster. We probably want to keep skull. We definitely don't need the products on this though. Get this all cleared out. I think the swords will be more fun. If only there was a way to drop these whole stacks out. I think this is gonna be the fastest way of doing it though. I mean, in theory here. In theory, I could do this. Okay, never mind. It's just like, nope, can't do that. Too many entities, sorry. Okay, well, anyway, that should hold for a little while longer, I think. And that significantly freed up the lag. So I bet it wasn't even these. I bet it wasn't even these that was causing the problem. If I turn this guy back on. Yeah, like that's doing nothing now. It was definitely the mob farm that was the problem. We could probably actually, like I said before, for now we could probably turn this guy off. I do have my sword on me. There we go. Turn the old mob farm off for now. There we are. How much experience we got in here? A lot. 320 levels. Yep. And then we can, yep, 332. Nice. There we go. That fixed that problem. I am going to go ahead and turn this farm off, though. Just so that way our system can get caught up on the compacting that it needs to do. I would like it to run out of the essence completely. Then obviously some's going to grow anyway. But I would really like this to chew through all of those and get it compacted up. So we're going to go ahead and let that do the same. But guys, this is going to be it for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and let this run tonight. Let it finish compacting everything up into the die blocks. We'll worry about doing the sub networks another time. Probably tomorrow or something like that. And then that'll be good. But I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, feel free to leave a like on the video, follow the Twitch page, and I'll see you guys next time.